My name is Ross Limbo. It all started in my last year of varsity when I was first diagnosed with severe depression. And I had to start telling my family and my friends about this diagnosis. And it was hard for them to understand because for them, I had a decent childhood. I seemed like a happy person. So why did I need medication to cope? Part of that made me feel guilty and ashamed in a way. And I found myself stopping my medication. And then 4 months into 2014, I tried to kill myself because it just got so bad. I remember I got home one day and I took a box of sleeping pills, and that was that. Luckily, my mom found me. From that day onwards, she looked at me differently. She was afraid of what I might do to myself. So whenever I sleep for too long, or I'm away from the house for too long, or I don't answer my phone, she's afraid that I have done something to myself. I remember being bullied a lot in primary school and in high school, and that kind of made me feel that I was different, but not in a good way. So you started asking yourself, why don't people love me? Why don't people outside my family feel that I'm acceptable the way I am? And that kind of thought just continues as you grow, because now you feel like, am I good enough to get a degree? Am I good enough to work? Am I good enough to do a specific thing? And then that soon escalates into, am I good enough to even live? It's not normal to want to die every day. It's not normal to be afraid to share your feelings with other people. And I felt that I didn't want to live in a place where I'm always that child that tried to kill herself. I realized just how severe my problem was. And I did seek help. I see both a psychologist and a psychiatrist. I take an antidepressant and an antipsychotic medication. If I compare myself to who I was last year, I'm in a very different space. I feel now I hardly cry, or when I cry, it's because, for example, I watched a sad movie or something bad really happened. I don't just cry every day. I feel like I'm in a better space because I do get genuinely happy, and in the past, that didn't happen. So when I started getting happy, it was very weird for me because I started wondering, is this how normal people feel all the time? If I have to tell anyone living with guilt or shame, is that you have to talk about it. There's always someone that has been in your position. There's always someone that will understand. And sometimes that person isn't your immediate family or your friends. Sometimes you have to go to a counselor. Sometimes it'll be a colleague at work or a person at university. The best way to deal with it is to talk. I talk about it, I write about it. A lot of people in my life now know my situation.